Okay, so what we're going to do here is look at these word sentences, turn these into equations, and then explain what the equation type is. So 2 squared plus 6 equals 10. So we're going to write the numbers in. The opposite of 3 decreased by negative 10 is 7. So let's look for our keywords. Equals means equals, means equals, is equal, and then is equal again. A number divided by 9 is equal to 4. 81 is equal to 10 less than the square of a number. So let's look at our answers on the next page. Okay, so 2 squared plus 6 equals 10. 2 squared, 2 to the second power, plus 6 equals 10 is numerical because there are no letters nor variables in this equation. The opposite of 3, decreased by negative 10, is equal to 7, is 7. All right, that's numerical because there are no unknowns. And so a number, so I put y for a number, and you could put anything in there. You could have put a n or anything. And this is algebraic because we have a variable, an unknown that needs to be solved for. 81 is equal to 10 less than the square of a number. So the number we picked was x, and 10 less than means x squared minus 10. So again, that's algebraic. So let's look at our next example. So now, is the sentence open or closed? And what does it we mean by a open or closed sentence? This has all numbers, and this has all numbers. So these are closed sentence equations. Now what you had to ask yourself is, are they true or false? And so this closed, because it's all numbers, makes a true statement. This closed equation is false because 6 plus 5 is not 12, it is 11. Okay. Determine whether x equals 4 and x equals negative 5 are solutions of the equation x squared plus 4 equals 20. So now, when we did simplify and evaluate expressions, we told you about substituting. So let's see what we have. We have 4 squared, and we put the 4 in parentheses, plus 4 equals 20. So 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 equals 20. Is that true? Yes, it is. 20 equals 20. So 4 closes it. 4 closes it and makes it true. True. If I can spell true, right? Now what does 5 do? Let's do 5 on a red one. Negative 5 squared. Remember, the whole number goes inside parentheses. 5 equals 20. 25 times 5 is 25, plus 5 equals 20. This is closed because it's all numbers. But 30 does not equal 20. And I put that line through it so that we see that it does not. So even though it's closed, negative 5 closes it. But this is a false statement. And as we can see with the math on this page, did I write 25 plus 5 on the previous page? I don't know. I must have lost my mind there. Okay, so 4 is a solution, but negative 5 is not. Okay, so those were our examples. And I don't know if your teacher will take the time to talk about open and closed sentence equations and true and false equations, but you probably did those when you first started learning how to add and subtract. You probably worked about your math facts and you learned what was true, but you rarely talked about what was false. So it's good to know these things, what a true statement is, what a false statement is, so that you can take that with you and work on it in the future, because you will start to see more questions dealing with these concepts. So meet me at the end of this video for a recap. Okay, so here we go. The product of 6 and 5 is equal to 30. The word product tells us to multiply. 6 times 5 equals 30. And the equation type is numerical. The difference of 2 to the third power and negative 4. All right, so 2 to the third power minus negative 4 means equals 12. So 8 plus 4 equals 12, and this is numerical. The absolute value of negative 6, plus a number n equals 6. So what could that number be? Well, it doesn't matter. All we want to know is the equation type, and this is algebraic. And if you're having any questions about how I was able to turn these words into an equation, please look at the mathematical expression videos where I go over these things. Okay, identify whether the equation is open or closed. Well, since it's all numbers, it's closed. Now, after we determine it's closed, is it true? 20 divided by 4 plus 5 equals 10. 20 divided by 4 is 5 plus 5 equals 10. So this is true. It's closed and it's true. Now, determine whether the given value for the variable is a solution of the equation. So 53 minus 26 minus 26 equals y, and y is 25. So it's 53 minus 26 equal to 25. And look, y is by itself on the right side of the equation, so I didn't need parentheses when I substituted the 25 in for y. So what's 53 minus 26? This is 17. To make that 4. 13 minus 6 is 7. That's 27. 26 does not equal 25. This becomes a closed sentence, but it is false. 25 does not satisfy the equation. And so that was our first lesson on equations. We just looked at open and close. Well, we really looked at close. We didn't look at any open sentences yet. We may in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Please watch these in a series. There are a lot of videos on equations because solving equations is the backbone of algebra. It's the fundamental thing. If you can solve equations, you can do anything in algebra. And that's all we have time for. Thank you. If you like what you saw, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.